If you're like me, you're tired of seeing those Canva copycats when scrolling through social media and knowing exactly where that image was made. In this short video, I'm going to show you 5 things that I do in almost every single one of my Canva designs to actually come off as a unique professional designer. Canva is an amazing tool, and although some professional designers find some limitations, so many are adding to their workflow for just those simple things. The first of 5 tips I'm going to talk about is layering, and make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to give a bonus tip on just the mindset around your design that will make you never go into a design task the same way. So for this first tip of layering, you'll even see in this example, by adding just a small bit of layering here, it gives the image so much more depth. And then by just adding some simple details in and around, for this one, it's coming across as though the design in front of you is still being designed, which is an interesting concept. But more importantly for now is that it just gives it so much more to look at and come across like you actually have cared about those small little details. For this one, I'm going to show how we can make this title using layers into 5 different ways, getting better each time. For the first one, what we're going to do is we're just going to bring in a rectangle here. So now that we have this rectangle formatted, I'm just going to click this and I'm going to hold the Option button and drag down. You see how that will duplicate for you? Now already this is looking a little bit better and something worthwhile to change. I think I might even just round these corners a little bit of the rectangle. And now we're already looking just a lot better with just adding one additional layer. The next one, I'm just going to, again, drag and hold all those and click Option just to bring these down. For this next one, I'm just going to show you how I went and did this effect here. And so by clicking this text, you just click Effect, and it's this shadow one right here. That actually color looks pretty decent. I'm a pretty big fan of that. So already we're starting to get something where it's like, okay, this is getting better by the second. The next one that I'll do, and honestly, I use this one in every single one of my designs pretty much, is by, I'm going to again click Option there and drag down and over a little bit. So now with the changed color, I'm just going to bring it backwards there. And we can kind of see how this really is giving a lot of depth. When I do this, I like to have it so it's skinnier on the side and a little more longer on the bottom. Honestly, like, I'm going to take this effect off. I'm thinking it's like a little bit too busy, but now we can kind of see how we've taken a title and it's really starting to pop. The final thing I do for this one, again, just going to click that Option, bring it, dragging it down, is that just adding a small little outline to this. And I usually, if I do end up doing this, I'll make it the same color as the background. Now we can really see how I've taken a very simple title and just done it in a few different ways and very quickly made this something that's going to pop and draw people's eyes. The next thing that we'll talk about is spacing. And honestly, before I even start this, I just want to show one more example of how layers can really make a big impact. So by just duplicating this and then taking out the number, and if I bring this to the back, you can kind of see how layering, but with purpose, can really change a design. But back on the spacing thing, one thing that a lot of people make mistakes of is they really try to fill their design up too much. Let me bring in some text so I can really showcase this. So now that we have this text in here, we can see that it is covering up the entire space. And professional designers, they'll use tricks to be able to determine what the reader is going to look at. And I'll show you that more in a later tip. And they don't try to overcompensate. Biggest thing, if there's anything I can suggest, is just setting a boundary around like this and just making sure that you're not going to go close to the edge, because that is one of the biggest mistakes, especially when you start getting excited about layering and things of that nature. Sometimes you can start adding way too much. If you were wondering how I brought up these rulers, I literally just clicked Shift R. You can find it in the options and stuff. But just as you're getting used to as a beginner, it's not a bad idea to just set these parameters and rules. But now that we understand within designing that less is more and breathing space is your friend, let's go into the next one, which kind of has a bit to do with spacing, but it's kind of about creating a visual hierarchy. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but it's you will read this first and then you will read this. You will read this before the paragraph. And so by setting up things with proper spacing and sizing, we can really make it so we can depict where the person's eyes are going to go. And we don't need to do that necessarily with just size and throwing it in front of people, but both by where we put it and how we put it. One of the easiest ways to do this is within Canva is if you set up your branding, uh, and I'll have another video on how to set up a brand kit properly, but you can have certain things from like heading, subheading, and by setting these rules of the size of these texts and the boldness of them and things of that nature, you can really see how you can kind of create a true visual hierarchy. And by also adding small little elements to give breaks and things like that, you can really force readers to read up here first. And you'll even see how they use this text as to kind of break up the top and bottom, making sure that you're really going to read this first and then keep moving down. Also, by adding small little elements like this and changing up the color of the text, you can really make it so someone can take a lot of content in at a glance. This is honestly probably my favorite tip within here is tip 4, and it's symmetry. One thing that professional designers, all of them, no matter which one I talk to, they obsess about things being perfectly in line. And we can really use this to our effect when we are using titles. So let me pull in some text here just to showcase this. Awesome. Now that we have some text in here, I'm really excited to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And if you've gotten any value out of this video so far, please like and subscribe down below. We're providing a ton of content coming out for small business owners to help them save money and get more efficient. When it comes to symmetry, the ruler can be a big friend of yours. For example, if I had these as center effect, you can kind of see how it's like getting tough to line them up because it's going to grab and set up like this. Whereas if I set up the ruler tool, I can really start lining these up just perfectly like so. Another bonus tip, if you find when you're dragging something, it's not letting you go exactly where you want. If you hold the Command or I believe Alt on Windows, it'll let you kind of freely and take away those things that are grabbing it and stuff like that. One example where this is really helpful is you'll find the lines, especially, they really grab onto things. And so just by clicking Command, you'll be able to move that completely freely. One is like by lining it up with other things in the design, you're going to have a much more appealing look. Another way to do this is to make titles super eye-catching is there is one thing where you can have, different sizes of text, but still make them look awesome when they're lined up perfectly. And so as you can see, this top one is size 60 and the bottom is size 50. And although they're different sizes, they look great together because they're lined up perfectly. Another thing that's really awesome here is we can start varying the color of our text and create a title that is super eye-catching. You'll see a lot of times people use this in social media ads and things of that nature just to really grab your attention and draw those eyes, much like we've talked about with this hierarchy, exactly where it needs to go. All right, now time for number 5, which is consistent branding. One of the easiest ways to do this is by setting up your brand kit and making it so that you have all your colors here, your logos, you can add photos, but especially the text. And the biggest thing is also understanding and setting rules within the organization when a color can be on top of one another. For example, within our company, we have certain rules of what colors are allowed on top of one another. For example, if we change this obviously to a black, it's not going to like very popping and look good. Just another bonus tip there too. I'm just going to select this, and because it's all grouped, I'm just going to lock it just so that doesn't happen again. So now when I drag over top, it's not going to be affected. Alternatively too, we have certain rules around if we're using like the lighter gray and stuff here, we can't use a lighter color when it comes to this, as it just doesn't pop. By setting simple rules like this, it'll allow you to send designs to team members or hire cheaper designers to be able to ensure that you're going to have an eye-popping, awesome design. Creating a brand guide within Canva is step 1. Step 2 is by just creating a very simple brand guide or kit for your company to be able to have to set rules and show them this when you're onboarding them or pass this off to a designer from Fiverr or anywhere. At my company, Hire Once, we do very affordable brand kits just to show examples where you can see how by putting the logo over the blue here, the little ear disappears. Or by putting the logo over the orange, the creations disappears. And by putting it over these certain logos where the orange is crossing, like obviously these are no-goes, and we show similar examples of what are allowed. And just by creating a consistent palette, you're able to make sure that, like, whether it's being posted on socials or it's on your website, it's going to be consistent across the board. Another awesome feature about when you do have the premium version of Canva and you have your brand kit set up is you have this shuffle icon. So you can take a page like this and just kind of shuffle through and get some different ideas of what this could look like. Also note that you will probably have to go in. Sometimes it's going to be inspiration, sometimes it's going to be perfect. But for this as an example, maybe I'd want to keep this as like the blue and stuff. But just a great way to get some different ideas. All right, now for the final and bonus tip. And I really hope you've gotten some value out of this video. And please comment down below what was your favorite tip or if there's something I missed. But the next one is just your mindset when it comes to the design. Have fun with it and try to bring that childlike curiosity and being willing to play around. If we go back up to this top design, I would have never come up with this idea of being able to have almost like this designs being made in front of you without being willingness to try different things. So let me pull in a couple of examples of ways you can really have fun. So from doing basic stuff by just willing to vary the size or the color of your text and just having a willingness to, play around and just actually be bold, like, it's funny enough, like even that's actually kind of looking better, so I'm going to keep that and stuff like that. Also, having fun by like adding gradient to your text. And I'm going to have another video on my favorite apps to add, so make sure you subscribe for that. But the one I use for this one is this app here, Type Gradient. And you can't click it and add the effect. You have to write it here. It allows you to pick the size of text. And just know that you have to scroll down to add the design. But I was able to get this Canva look on brand with them for that as an example. The other one that's cool here, and then another app we use sometimes is the Reflect app, which I'll show in another video. But just by adding this small little reflection at the bottom, it kind of creates a different look and feel and gives the design a lot more depth. And the final thing I'd say about your mindset when it comes to design is just know it's subjective. No one is going to look at the same design and say like, oh, number one's my favorite. Number three out of that is my favorite. So just have fun with it and make things that you like. At Hire Once, we're just starting to make some really awesome content for small business owners. As an agency that has been helping out larger brands for quite some time, we're really excited to transition and help the little guy. And we're going to do that through a ton of free content like this.